Okay. So they're maybe unnecessarily joining NATO out of pressure, because if there was no bad blood between the two countries and no need to attack, they can trade. Um, it just seems like, again, NATO, maybe the United States, is pushing to do like a cauldron around Russia, where now NATO's on multiple borders instead of just a threat from having Ukraine be bordered up against Russia as a NATO nation.
No, there's no look. This extends NATO's frontage with Russia by 810 miles. So if you take a look at the map, I mean that's a long border between Finland and Russia. I think we have to understand too the history between Finland and Russia, and Sweden. Finland, 200 years ago was Swedish and then Russian, then Swedish and Russia. And at the time of the First World War, Finland was a largely autonomous part of the Russian Empire. But when the Russian Revolution took place, Finland broke away, and Russia respected that. Russia said, "Okay, we're not going to demand that you remain part of us." And so Finland developed sort of as when I say pro-white, they were sympathetic to the former monarchy. They're not pro-Bolshevik. They're not pro-communist, which allowed them to align themselves with Germany, etc. In 1939, there was a winter war fought because the Russians felt threatened by the Finnish presence near Leningrad. In the Winter War, Finns fought hard, but eventually the Russians compelled them to surrender in early 1940. In 1941, when Germany invaded the Soviet Union, Finland joined and participated in the siege of Leningrad, where 1 million Soviet citizens died. And they fought alongside Nazi Germany. When the war ended, Finland surrendered, and Russia, rather than occupying them and absorbing them, as they should have probably done, they said, we'll let you be independent, but you need to be neutral forever. We can no longer allow you to become a base for Nazi Germany coming in and threatening Leningrad. What has Finland done? From the perspective of Russia, NATO is a threat. NATO is engaged in what NATO describes as a strategic conflict against Russia designed to achieve strategic defeat of Russia. So Finland has now joined this alliance. And with its history of joining alliances and allowing their territory to be used as a jumping off point to invade Russia, the Russians have every right to be concerned about this. And so I think, a lot of people look at this and say, well, that's just Putin being Putin, the Russians being bullies and all this stuff. Given Finland's track record, this was really one of the dumbest things they've ever done.